I'm with you, my love, we are all there is. When I'm with you, my love, nothing compared to.
Last fall, Tyler Perry touched off a conversation on social media that got a lot of black women riled up. He said during an interview with actress Crystal Renee Hazlett that black women should be open to dating or marrying a man who can only contribute marginally to the household. If he pays the light bill and takes you out to dinner every now and then, that's fine. Is it fine? Let's meet our guests. Cheryl Grace, creator of the Powerful Penny lifestyle brand and a relationship coach. She believes you can find love if you are intentional about your pursuit of it, and she offers workshops for single women on how to not only land a mate, but to get married. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you.
And Robert Hazzard, who is part of a quartet of gentlemen with the Live from the Cave all-male webcast, which also appears on the Morning Roast on WGN Chicago. Welcome, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let me ask you, let's just kind of start with the basic question here. Is it fine, Cheryl, for this kind of an arrangement in a romantic relationship?
So your question is full of judgment.
I know it is.
Is it fine though, Cheryl? It's kind of an arrangement, you know. And what I find a lot with single women when they come to me coaching for coaching services is that they have a long list of requirements that the men are expected to meet. Mm-hmm. And they're not really willing to waver on any of that. Mm-hmm. And if you come to the table with a long laundry list of what you expect, then you're going to find it difficult to find someone that you can connect with and maybe get to know. And once you do that, then the money, the financial part of the relationship, not situationship, but relationship may not be as important to you as you think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm interested. I asked that question that way, and it was, you're right, it's full of judgments, because I saw a video by an influencer named Iman Europe. She is my new best friend on Instagram, and she criticized Tyler Perry for conditioning black women to accept less when he himself is a black man with a great big platform who's actually done more. So, I mean, what do you think about this, Robert, from a male's perspective, especially from a male, you know, looking at a Tyler Perry who does have a lot of influence?
Sure.
This conversation keeps coming up. Why are some brothers so adamant about pushing this ride or die, struggle love kind of situation? Like, is this what a sister has to do to get a brother?
You know, struggle love can be a good thing.
It can?
It can be a good thing. We're struggling together.
If you're struggling together.
If we're struggling together. But, you know, when Tyler talks about it, there's a hierarchy, right? Because there's, you know, a woman who is, you know, possibly exceeding the man from a financial perspective, and the man is doing the best he can with being with that woman. I think what Tyler is speaking about is there should be some basic stuff where we can, you know, you can't put a price tag on somebody loving you and taking care of you and providing that level of security, protection. Mm-hmm. So if he's only paying the light bill necessarily, we hope that he's providing some emotional support too, that you can't put a price tag on, right? Okay. You know, and so I think that was some of the things that were missing from that conversation. Mm-hmm. And now we live in, whether it be because of social media, we live in a society now that is bent on measuring us based off of our financial success. Right. Mm-hmm. And that could be a problem, because that man could be up today, you know, making great money, and down tomorrow.
That is true.
So do we throw them away?
That is true. But I tell you what, the one thing that really bothers me about the way he put it, and the one thing I love about Iman Europe, the way she put it,
I saw
is that
that
she
one
said,
too.
Did you see, I love her, I love this woman.
Yeah.
She said, I got put on baller alert.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it kind of does feel that way, because first of all, he says, he puts it, and I think this is false, to say that black women make more money than black men, because every statistics I've seen shows that men still, in general, and black men included, still make more money than black women.
Well,
yeah,
sure.
I don't know that those numbers are applicable to all black men and black women looking for relationships. Okay. And there are instances where you will find that there are more women who are earning more than the men that they want to date. And that can cause some issues and some
Absolutely.
problems if you're stuck at the superficial level, Sean. So one of the things I caution women to look at is go beneath the surface, look at, does he have character? And this was some of what Tyler also included, like look for things that aren't just attached to
money.
Yeah.
So character, Christianity. You know, I was looking for 5 C's when I decided to go back and be intentional about finding a husband. Character, Christianity, confidence, charisma, and we had to have chemistry.
In chemistry.
So if you've got those 5 things, you don't necessarily need to have a bigger paycheck than mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the mortgage, the light bill, Applebee's maybe once a month. Who's paying for vacations? I mean, it's like I said, it leaves a lot out, and it doesn't really, to me, leave a lot of room for that man to grow.
Well, but I don't think he's saying to date a broke guy and who's going to stay broke.
Right.
Okay.
Right? I think that's missing.
Exactly. I think that's missing, from that discussion. So, but it has to be a man who has some drive about himself,
He's not
right?
just laying around
He's
eating
not
bonbons when you going to work.
playing video games,
Right.
See?
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
No.
because see, that's the kind of thing that make you put him out.
Right.
Come home. You can't come home after I worked all day and be
Yeah.
playing video games.
Because what's love got to do with you got to do some stuff to provide. So I think it's that there's more into it that we're missing. But as we were talking, I think for me, what's important when I'm looking to pursue someone, is integrity, trust, the emotional balance that they can provide. I need someone there outside of the Christianity piece.
But it's a
of it.
little bit different for you because you're a man, and so
I
men
am.
don't necessarily expect to go and find women who are maybe I don't know, maybe some look for women who are making way more money than they are. They would have an agenda, and I would say they're not the guy we're talking about. We're talking about good guy. This is where he is in life, and as you mentioned, he could have had more, and now he has less. We can all go through
Absolutely.
those changes.
Ups and downs.
But how much is really finances? How much does that align with lifestyle choices and things in common? Is there a alignment there?
I think there should be. I think that when you're looking for, and a lot of people who over the age of 40 start to look for companionship, right? When my husband and I were dating and he said he was looking for companionship, I said, well, you should get a dog because I want a little bit more than just companionship.
Yeah.
Dogs are good.
Dogs travel, I want the passion and I want the fun and the laughter. We talked about that earlier.
Right.
So I think it's really important for you to understand and communicate what it is that you're looking for in a guy. Without it being this astronomically long list that no one person can live up to.
Yeah, like the first date. That was just a social media phenomenon.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go here on the first date.
Yes.
God, I remember back in the day, I dated a guy who could only take me to 50-cent wing night, but when we got 30 feet of snow, 30 inches of snow, he was out there shoveling.
the snow.
And he was from California. So I was like, big props. And he bought me a bottle of wine while he did
That's
it.
what I'm talking
I was
about.
like, okay.
That's the kind of guy you want.
A little younger
Absolutely.
back then,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I did appreciate the effort. He was in
effort.
dental school.
Yes. And so, and if you fast forward, so if you got rid of him based on he was in dental school and he couldn't afford anything other than the chicken wings that came for free if you got certain level of drinks, right? But if I'm remembering happy hour the right way,
No, we paid for every last one of those wings. They were 10 cents a piece.
Yeah. Right. 10-cent wings.
Right.
Those are important.
That's what I remember. But he was someone who was helpful to you
Absolutely.
and made you feel special.
Yes.
And guys who have money, and no offense to guys who have money, they don't always do that because they know that you and every other woman is looking for guys with money. And so he
And
may
they don't
not
wanna mess up
treat
their
you.
manicure.
And he may not treat you the way that a guy who has a little less may.
May treat you.
So weigh that in, factor that in, but don't just throw them out just because they're not yet making where you want them to make.
Okay, that's fair. So, when I see these conversations, and of course they're entertaining, but it also feels sometimes like a distraction. When I see people talk about the difficulties in dating, before we started, you were mentioning, the cost of things.
Yeah.
It costs so much to take you and somebody else out for dinner now. But it feels like such a distraction. It almost feels like we're moving farther away from each other. So how do we, kind of put these things in their places and kind of move on and move forward and have better relationships? That's the $50 million question.
Well, I think what Cheryl is doing, in her organization, we talked about that, can help with that. Because I think we have to come back to the basics, right? Because the basics are, in terms of, we talked about Christianity, somebody is willing to do, for you like himself, and you can't put a price tag on somebody going out in the snow to get 50 cent, 10 cent wings for you.
Not when there's 30 inches of snow and you can't get your car out.
Exactly, but he's willing to shovel that car out for you,
Sean.
right? You can't put a price tag on those types of things.
You got to communicate.
Yep.
And Cheryl, I want you to close us out with your wisdom, which I have listened to many times over the years. Help me out, sister.
You have to communicate what you want and decide first what's important to you and narrow it down to 3 deal breakers, right? 3 deal breakers, Sean.
Okay.
And what are those? Why are they important to you? And then by the 3rd date, you should communicate or have communicated that to a guy that you're interested in to see if he's interested in the same things and the type of quality of relationship that you're interested in. 3 dates. Don't waste your 3 years. 3 dates.
And 3 deal breakers.
And 3 deal breakers. 3.
And those are individual. You can't tell somebody what those are. Whatever's your deal breaker.
It's your deal breaker, right?
Okay.
So
It's
what's
your deal breaker.
important for you?
Okay. All right. You guys can stay on Tyler Perry all you want, but look, this is not going away. It's not just him. I thank you for having an intelligent conversation about the topic. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be right back.
I'm Hugo Walta, host of the program 3 Questions With. The digital divide remains a significant challenge for many communities. Unfortunately, many Latinos face barriers such as limited internet access, lack of devices, and insufficient digital skills.
And one of the uniqueness of this program, Hugo, is we provide the curriculum and the training tools to organizations like Instituto.
Join us on Wednesdays at 7:30 in the evening via Channel 19, streaming on cantv.org and the CAN TV Plus app.
Thanks for tuning in for the premiere episode of Hustle, Play, Love. I'll be here Tuesday nights at 7:30 on your local cable access channel and streaming on cantv.org. Miss an episode? Check back on the website. It'll be there when you're ready. Until next time, stay on your hustle, play like you mean it, and love like there's no tomorrow. I'm Sean Taylor. Good night.